Hello, magical gangsters. Welcome to another edition of GSM Tarot, where I will be your host, the gangstar magician himself. I'm here to bring you your message, okay? Because you are the best. And that's what I like to do. I do what I love, and I love what I do. I love being here with you. I really do. Trust me when I tell you. Okay, and that is why I'm here to grant that wish, that Two of Cups, what you're going to get. It's coming. The final countdown is coming upon us here. It's coming upon us. It's coming. Trust me when I tell you, right or wrong, Archangel Michael. Let's tell these characters. They don't have to worry about nothing. You're with us now. Okay, you're part of the 8th house crew, our magic mafia, our magical mafia that we have here. Okay, they can't fuck with us now. We're protected by Archangel Michael and God. And we all love each other because we open up our hearts, our heart chakra to you, in all unconditional love. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Okay, so let's get this reading on the road here. Get things started. So, yeah, on my member page, I may be thinking about doing, like, telling my origin story, okay? Letting you know what I went through, okay? I'm thinking about it. I don't know yet. I don't know if I feel like doing it, but I might, all right? But it's going to be, it'll be a big deal when I tell the whole story. I'll even do a whole thing for it. I'll give, play-by-play details of what happened, what I encountered, if you're interested. But let's check otherwise and see what we're working with. See what you're working with. Don't worry about me. It's not about me. It's about you. Okay? Remember, it's about you here. All right? And now, being about you has this King of Swords here. Okay? Because remember, the King of Swords sees everything. And they see everything that has to do with you. Okay? And they know that you were innocent here. They know this. It's very, very clear. It's very clear that you're a pure and innocent Queen of Wands, okay? They tried to use this energy against you. They tried to say you were loose. They tried to say you were a whore. They tried to say you were a gigolo. They tried to say you were all about money. You're a user. You're an abuser. Anything to make you look bad, they did. But this King of Swords sees everything, and they see that you were none of these things, and that the people that said you were these things are all those things. Isn't that something? Ain't that something? Okay? Ain't that something? You know why this happened? Because of the Page of Swords, because you had a thirst for knowledge. You were able to learn. Okay, you put this alone time to good use. You found a new way to communicate. And that new way to communicate really showed what a great Queen of Wands you are. People are now intrigued. They would have never seen you this way. You think they would have seen you this way if you didn't go through all this? You must understand. This was a setup from the beginning. We set these people up. You set them up. Even if you don't know you did, but you did, okay? Your spiritual team has set these people up. They made sure they got this information, okay, that you were going to, what was the word? Take them out, okay? So they basically created this whole thing. They manifested this because they believed that they had to do everything possible to take you down, okay? You had no idea about any of this, okay? But now you know, okay? And that is why the prophecy's coming true, because they created this for you. They did all this. They created all this. You didn't even know anything about this until recently. Come on, stop it. These people knew this since you were born. They've been attacking you. Stopped it. You know what I mean? Now that's why you have this Ace of Pentacles here. Financial opportunity, abundance, okay? Because you showed that you're a 9 of Pentacles. That was part of the trick here. That was part of the test. You had to do this by yourself, okay? You couldn't have help here, okay? You had to show these people that you didn't need anything. Because they intentionally weakened you since you were younger, okay? They weakened you in all different ways to make sure that you were unable to take care of yourself. They wanted you to be pretty much helpless, and then when you became an adult, they were just going to, like, you know, then they were going to make fun. Like, it was so systematically done. And it was so sick as to what they did, and now they have to take a look at themselves for what they did. That's going to be their karma. They're going to have to take a look at themselves and say, wow, why would I do that to another human being? What inside of me would make me want to go through all this to hurt another person this bad? How evil am I? That's what these people are going to have to look at. You're going to have to look at how evil are you? These people are their family members. They have kids. Their mothers, okay? Their fathers, sisters, brothers. They know nothing about love, these people, okay, Six of Cups. Nothing, all right? It's all about what can you do for me with these people. And that's just how it is with families, all right? You're only going to be a couple of them, okay? I'm lucky I even have one, and I do have one, okay? And that's, you know, if you have one, be very lucky. Now these people that come in against you, okay, they're very much in regret now, okay? That is where they're at, because you, this new ways to communicate in this Queen of Wands, okay, you're finding these ways, was being seen by this King of Swords, who's very intrigued by this and knows that you are an unconditionally loving Six of Cups person, and now you have this Ace of Pentacles coming your way. This is all to the chagrin of these corrupt hypocrites that came up against you. I thought that they were going to replace you. They were going to keep you stupid. They were going to keep you dumb. They were going to keep you weak. Yeah, well, guess what? Thanks. We thanked them, though. We're not even mad at them. Thank you. If it wasn't for you, we wouldn't be where we're at right now. Thanks. Appreciate you. Hope you enjoy the rest of your life. And I know exactly what I'm doing when I do that. That eats them up so bad. When they see that, when they know that's going to be the case, they know it. Eats them up. Whatever. That sounds like a them problem, not a you problem. Gotta take it easy, because there's a lot of attacks. There's been a lot of attacks coming. Full moon, that was the last full moon like yesterday. Super moon. Alright, so let's get an overall energy here. God, please and thank you. The Divine Feminine Collective. Okay, so we have somebody here, of course, Star in reverse. They were definitely here to take your energy, all right? And they were unable to do that because look at you, brother. You are straight a star. Ain't nobody going to say you're not a star, okay? You know who's going to say certainly not going to say you're not a star? This King of Swords again, because they remember, they see everything. And they see what this Star in reverse character did. They tried to steal your energy, okay? They knocked you down and tried to steal. This is not just one person. It's a whole group. This could be your whole family. All work together to prevent you from being a star, okay? Because they didn't want you to be, because they hate you. They're jealous of you. They never liked you in the first place, okay? You didn't like them either. It doesn't make a difference, okay? But you would never go this far, the way they are. And now, like I said, they're going to have to take a look at themselves in the mirror. What would make somebody, a human being, do what they did? They need to know, and we know exactly what you did, okay? And we'll call you out by name if you want, family members, all right? We will do that on the membership, though. We'll tell you everything. Everything's going to be known about who these people are. You're going to see exactly what they're all about. We're going to show you things that you couldn't believe, okay? This is the family that you have, all right? We all have family like this. And it's like, they're all going to be seen for that, okay? Because Knight of Wands, your energy's too passionate. It's too adventurous. You're too fearless. They're not going to come up against you. You took out them, the whole community, all right? There's no... Listen, you're too protected, all right? You went into this Hermit energy, okay? You sealed your energy off. Okay, you went in Queen of Swords, you were able to protect yourself, you soul search, you had a thirst for knowledge, you found new ways to communicate, you made yourself seen, you became the best version of yourself after you went through a really hard time, okay, and people seen all this. And yes, it was difficult, but you got through it, so there's nothing to even worry about. It's like, all right, it's done, past is over now, all right, we're moving on, we moved on. That's exactly what you did, Six of Swords, you moved on. Okay, Five of Cups. You moved on from this disappointment. Okay, now you moving on is causing these people to be very, very disappointed. Okay, they're very much in grief. They're very pessimistic. They're disappointed. They didn't think that this was ever going to end. They didn't think that you were going to take your energy back. Okay, they didn't think you were going to stay Eight of Pentacles, so hardworking, so perseverant, so be willing to be an apprentice of two master wizards, perhaps. But just know you have high standards. You're mastering your skill. You do the same thing every day, repetitive tasks. It's just natural. It's a hat. Now it's just what you do. If you don't do it, then it's almost like, this is what it comes down to. You have to make, good habits. Replace bad habits with good habits. And yes, I understand it's difficult, but it's all about your mind, man. If you're here watching this, you're already at a level to where you're past whatever you went through, okay? Because you wouldn't be seeing it, you wouldn't be doing that, and then you wouldn't have time for this, okay? So I know that you have it in you to be the best version of yourself, okay? Ace of Wands in reverse, because now they want to delay you, okay? But now this person this Five of Cups person, they have a lack of motivation, a lack of energy, lack of passion. They feel weighed down, okay? They're being seen as a star in reverse, clearly, and you're being seen as this Nine of Wands, brave, courageous individual who took their last stand, was very, resilient, very passionate, very fearless. That's exactly who you are. And they tried to say you were nothing, but they're nothing. Whatever they said about you is all going back to them, okay? Because now Nine of Swords in reverse, because you're releasing whatever deep-seated fears this is, okay? Whatever secrets this is, you're not worried about nothing. There's nothing to worry about, okay? Perhaps this says somebody's reaching out. I know somebody's releasing deep-seated fears. It could be you, it could be your counterpart, but at the end of the day, Two of Swords, whoever's trying to avoid whatever this, consequences are for this situation, they're not going to be able to avoid this much longer. It's only going to go, it's not going to go away. You're not going away. You're just getting bigger and bigger and bigger, okay? It's just, there's no way they could stop you now. What can they say and do? What are they going to say and do? They know what they did. You know what you did. What the fuck you think you're going to do? You can't do nothing to us anymore. Too strong. We're too powerful. It's over. Okay, that's why it's over. It's because you solved the puzzle, okay? You solved the puzzle with this bullshit-ass matrix. You showed these fucking people that there's nothing to this. Okay, the Wheel of Fortune's yours. You get the prize here. Not these jerk-offs. They're not going to come in here and make you think you're crazy, okay? Now they're going to be seen as crazy for what they did to you. Because what they did to you was fucking brutal. And who's that? You, this Queen of Wands, for what they did to you. And you survived it. And you don't even care. It's like these people, you're like, whatever. Thank you for doing it. Thanks for making me the best version of myself. It's just go the fuck away now. That's really what it comes down to. It's almost like, now it's like, all right, go away. Like, we don't even want to see you here no more. Like, just get the fuck out of here. Embarrassing yourself now. Beat it. It's over. All right, now somebody's recovering from heartbreak. Three of Swords in reverse. Okay, maybe that's you. Okay, you're also releasing these deep-seated fears. And now, these people see you have the Wheel of Fortune here. They can't delay you any longer. Okay, because your energy is too passionate, too fearless. And you calling your energy back clearly shows this star in reverse energy, how these people really are not what they said they were, okay? That they were exactly what they said you were, and you are exactly what they tried to present themselves at. And now they feel way down because they have no energy because you took your energy back. Okay, now you're celebrating here with your soul tribe, Three of Cups. You're having a good old time. You're bringing happiness to the situation. Okay, it's fun. It's fun when you're around because you bring the fun. You're the one. You are the sun. Remember that. Don't ever forget that. Okay, don't ever forget you have this Queen of Cups in reverse character here. It's clearly being seen in this star in reverse energy that's in this Five of Cups energy. Very disappointed, very pessimistic, crying, big crybaby now. They see that you're overcoming whatever they tried to throw at you. Perhaps this worked in the past on somebody else or other people because this person was paid off. Something happened here. They were the destiny swap with you, or they paid somebody. This was a very fucking, intricate plan here that was all involved to keep you and your counterpart apart. But at the end of the day, you will get your wish come true, Nine of Cups, and your counterpart will get their wish come true, which is you. So it will work out, believe me. The Wheel of Fortune is here. Release fear. Deep-seated fears are being released. People are recovering from heartbreak. We solved the puzzle. You solved the puzzle. Okay, and this Queen of Cups in reverse, they're showing exactly what that is. Lovers in reverse, okay? That is exactly what they are towards your counterpart. They never cared about them in the first place. This was all just to keep you away, to keep you sad so they could continue to siphon your energy. They need you to be down and out and sad and pining for your counterpart. And then that's when they were able to siphon the energy through your counterpart, making it like they're helping them. But the end of it was like they were just setting you up. It was basically like they were getting your counterpart to set you up. Okay, to take you out, and then they were going to take your counterpart out after they helped you take. That's basically what was their thing. It was like when that Joker would do that thing with and Batman, when like, you know what I mean, like where like they all were like shooting each other at the end, and the Joker comes like at the end and kills them all. So it's like that was basically what they were going to do to your counterpart, just because it was more to get rid of you. It was everything to get rid of you because they knew when you were gone, you couldn't, your counterpart was not protected anymore. They knew that maybe these illusions would still be protected, but now they're shattered, okay? Because you're still here, and you're better than ever. So these illusions really are shattered. What can they say? What can they say? You're here, you're visible. What you gonna do, brother? There's nothing they can do. That's the facts. Alright? That's why you're sitting here so strong. And that's why you're sitting here so pure and innocent in this full energy. Okay? You run on universal energy. This is how you're showing you're protected by the universe. Because you run on this energy. You've been in this full energy your whole life. They never could take this away from you. They never took your purity and they never took your innocence. It's the facts, okay? Because you have this King of Cups here and they never took your King of Cups innocence either, okay? Because your counterpart's back and they're back to their original form, King of Cups, okay? This is what they originally were. This is their default. Just like you're a Queen of Cups, they're a King of Cups. And they're also in this full energy. Have always been in this full energy. Maybe not, maybe temporarily not when they're around these people, but they will always come back to it because they're your energy. It's the same thing. The fuck? I mean, it's a shared energy. Don't you understand this? I think you got to understand this, what this is. This is no joke now. Okay, Page of Pentacles in reverse. There's no more lack of commitments here, okay? There's no more just greediness, okay? Procrastination. All right, these people, they need to learn from their failures here, okay? And they're not willing to do this, but I believe your counterpart is, because Knight of Pentacles, because they're very hardworking, okay? They're very productive. They're starting to get a routine, okay? I hear that they're starting to look good. They're starting to really improve themselves, okay? They're not doing what you think they're doing, okay? And they're coming off efficient and responsible. So they're handling a lot of this too. So you're going to see, a lot of this is going to come out. You're going to understand that your 5D self and your counterpart have planned this, okay? So you'll figure this out. Once you merge with your 5D, you're going to figure out that this was all a plan. That this is the way to eliminate this karmic energy so you could be together. And that your counterpart actually took the initiative on this ahead of you, okay? So realistically, they sacrificed themselves in the 3D for you in the 5D. So it is what it is. I mean, we have to look at things from different perspectives. You can't be closed-minded. I don't want to hear, oh, they did that. No, we're going to look at things from all different perspectives. Please and thank you. Okay? If you're not willing to look at things from different perspectives, then that means you're closed-minded and you're not healed. Okay? And that's all that comes down to. I mean, I'm not just telling you what it is. Alright? 9 of Pentacles in reverse. And that would be like, you know, how these people are presenting themselves as this false sense of success. All they were was trying to hustle your counterpart. They were trying to hustle you out of your energy. They were trying to take everything from you. They were going to, you know, make you, allow you to build this 10 of cups and then jump on your back, kick you off the boat, and then fucking get everything that comes with it, okay? But that was not possible. You cannot recreate somebody else's 10 of cups. It's not possible. This King of Pentacles will tell you. They know all about that, okay? They know that you're able to do all these things. That's why they see the value in you, okay? They see the money there, okay? They're willing to, you know, do the books, handle your, you know, affairs. Okay, they realize you're the star of the show. It's like your manager, okay? So that's like basically what it is. It could be romantic, it could just be business, who knows? But just know you have a King of Pentacles here willing to manage your books. That's very good at this stuff. Okay, and now 8 of Cups in reverse. These people, they don't want to let this go, okay? They want to keep trying with this. So keep still trying to get your counterpart to go back to this Lovers in reverse energy, Star in reverse, Queen of Cups in reverse energy. Because they're saying that that's how they're going to delay you, okay? Because they know that the people that recommended this person to your counterpart and said that you were nothing now have to answer. Why did you recommend this fucking nut, this Queen of Cups in reverse, this clingy crybaby? You said that the collective was this. All I see is them being magical gang stars over there. Okay, I see them being badass, all right? And I want to be with them, is what your counterpart's saying. And now, whoever, you know, recommended this Queen of Cups and this Queen of Cups in reverse, they're under judgment. You know what you did. You know why you did it. You all had different motives as to why you did it. Everybody was promised something. All your temptations, okay? And you all fell for it. Except one, okay? And that is why you all got to pay. Okay? You all got to ride the Tower of Terror. Okay, and it's not with me, it's with the King of Wands. He's over there operating that. He loves it, he said. He fucking loves it. He said he'll do it for free. Whatever, cool, saves us on payroll. He said he'll do it for free. He says he got enough money. He said he ain't worried about the money. He does it for the love of it. Just like we do. We do it for the love. We don't do it for the money. We don't give a fuck about no fucking money. Because money ain't nothing. Who gives a fuck about it? Okay, that's why these people are stuck, Eight of Swords, because they put money ahead of everything else. Not you, though. Not you. Okay, you never put a price tag on love. You never put a price tag on yourself. Everybody may have had a price for the $1 Million Man, but not you. You did not have a price because you were priceless, okay? And that is where the justice is. Because people see that you're priceless, that you were never able to be bought. You were never what they said you were. You were exactly the opposite. Because these were all projections. They were projecting what they were, trying to be on you. They think that was going to stick. No, no, no. These unclean spirits will go down off the cliff with the swine. Believe me when I tell you. These pigs are jumping off the cliff. They're going to walk the plank. Okay, that is for sure. We're making them walk the plank, these unclean spirits. Go away. You're gone. Nobody wants you around, okay? It's the justice here. Nobody wants them around. They can't even they couldn't even try. There's nothing they could do. Their energy is so repulsive right now. It's being seen. It's dirty. Grimy. People do not even want to be around them. They actually have a smell to them. They're almost decaying, okay? And you're looking like a wish come true, because you are a wish come true, and you will get your wish come true. And Eight of Wands, that's happened very quickly, this wish come true. Because this is a 9-year. It's almost over. The final countdown is here. Because it's the final countdown. It is, okay? And that's unfortunate for whoever came up against you. But they do have some time. You could still, get out of this during the final countdown. All you gotta do is, kill your ego, heal, and apologize. That's all you have to do. Okay? Because you have this Ace of Cups coming, okay? You will, as I stated, 9 of Cups, you are a wish come true. This King of Cups will bring you this Ace of Cups here, okay? That was one after another, okay? And that is going to tell you that 10 of Cups is there for you, and you will build your foundation on this 10 of Cups. That's 100% what it is. The abundance is here. These illusions have been shattered. This Queen of Cups in reverse is being seen as a 9 of Pentacles in reverse, because you're the one who's you're the one who don't need nobody. This person's a fucking clinger. Look at them. They're acting like a real weirdo coming off lovers, or they don't even care. They know they're finished. They're being seen as a star in reverse. Okay, they're very much a regret. They're coming off pessimistic. They don't want to stop. Okay, they're stuck in this Eight of Swords. And they're feeling they have no energy, no motivation, Ace of Wands in reverse. So, and then your people are trying to tell your counterpart to go back with them and away from you, that you're doing this to them. Now it's to the point where there's no explanations, okay? These illusions, they don't even make sense now. Why did you guys do this? If you lied about this, what else did you lie about? What else are you lying about? And you're going to get these answers. You will get these answers. As long as it takes. Doesn't matter. You'll move as slow as Michael Myers, brother. You always catch up, though. You always catch up. Okay? You will catch up to this Queen of Pentacles in reverse character. Okay? You will catch up to this Queen of Cups in reverse. This negative feminine energy that thought that they were going to, keep you down to keep their weak ass up. Okay? That's not going to happen anymore. Okay? Because they're being seen. Nobody with Queen of Pentacles in reverse. This person can't take care of themselves. They try to say you couldn't take care of yourself. You're the ideal spouse. See, that's the thing. These people, they try to say, maybe it looked good on paper this at one time, this Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Because this is what they try to say you were. A Queen of Pentacles in reverse and a Queen of Cups in reverse. Okay, basically an Empress in reverse is what they try to say you were. But this person's clearly being seen that way. Okay, you know who's really seen this right from the beginning? That your benefactor, the King of Wands, because they're operating the Tower of Terror. And they are putting those people that recommended this person over you on the Tower of Terror because they know what their motives are. Because they're very smart. Because they've been riding off this person's name for how long now? Okay, and this person, you think they don't see what you were doing? Come on, stop it. Just because they smoke a little pot, don't make them stupid. Trust me when I tell you, I know what this person's all about. They know we're the same fucking person in that end of it. Okay, I know this King of Wands. They're a good dude. Trust me when I tell you. Okay, Knight of Cups, okay, and they see how romantic, how charming, okay, how creative you are, okay, they see the value with you, okay, that's why they want to help you, but they're doing it in a way where people don't see it, okay, they don't even understand how you're doing this, but somebody's got to be helping you, they said, okay, you might not even know, but somebody is helping you. A lot of people are actually. They just don't know. They can't figure it out because you're not making it known. Because it's better that way that you don't even know. Okay? Because if you know, you may give up that. And then it makes you can't speak. That is what it is. You're doing everything telepathically. That's why you're leaving everything behind. Because you know you can telepathically communicate with your counterpart. Okay? You know that you're telepathically communicating with them. You know that you got in this to where you're at right now by telepathically communicating. You believe it. You know it. You've done it. You've seen it. It's not in your head. You're not crazy. Okay? You're not the one. You're the one who brings the fun. Okay? These people, they definitely don't. They're coming off depressed, Queen of Cups in reverse. There's no love here. They're being seen as a star in reverse. You had these people that were willing, they hated you so much that they were willing to bring in their own replacement of you to get what your destiny is, okay, just so you didn't get it. And that they felt like they would get more with this. They would have more control because they could control this Queen of Pentacles in reverse, this Queen of Cups in reverse. You were not going to be able to be controlled, okay? And they knew this. But it doesn't matter because it was all designed for them to do this, okay? Because you would have never got to where you are unless they did all this nonsense, okay? And they systematically turned you into this Empress, okay? They made you become this Queen of Swords, okay? You wouldn't have had to become this Queen of Swords if it wasn't for these fucking jerk-offs. Okay, you got the boundaries, okay, and then you found that you're a magician, you're a high priestess, okay, you're everything, okay, you're everything that anybody could ever imagine, okay, you're a wish come true. Yes, you are. Now, you're recovering from heartbreak, releasing deep-seated fears, you solved the puzzle, okay, and, I mean, what else is there to say, okay, other than these illusions are shattered, okay, they're being seen through, okay, we're going to end it here, and I'm going to do a confirmation, because understand this. Somebody's got to be made an example out of. There's going to be this Queen of Pentacles and this Queen of Cups, okay, in reverse, both in the reverse. They're going to be made an example of because death is here, okay, the end is here for them. There's nowhere else to go, okay, they're stuck, Eight of Swords. What's going to happen? They're stuck. They're in the web, and now death's coming to get them. Sorry, shouldn't have got stuck in the web. Should have been smarter. You said you were smart. You said we were stupid. How'd you fall into our trap? How'd you take the bait? How'd you get here? Didn't you knock us down a little easily? Didn't you think we went down a little easily? You locked us up a little bit too easy? Dummies. We know what we were doing all the time, man. Come on, stop it. You can't fool people like me. You know what it's all about. Come on, it's been years now. This ain't nothing new. Tell these people, this ain't nothing new, brother. Don't call it a comeback. I've been here for years, okay? So we're going to see what's happening in these past years, okay? Because Four of Cups, you're rejecting anything and all that doesn't serve your highest good. That is for sure. You're not interested. No interest because you're in this hermit energy, okay? Because you are soul searching, okay? You're taking time out. You're retreating, okay? You don't care. You'll stay as long as it takes because you become the best version of yourself that way, okay? And this is how you defeat the devil because when the devil sees he can't get to you in hermit energy, they don't know. They can't tempt you. They can't do anything. They can't get around you. This is how you starve the devil of yourself, okay? And you did it in the best way possible, okay? And they don't understand. That's why this Five of Cups is here again. They're in regret. They're disappointed. They're coming off pessimistic, this devil. They're being seen. That's the best part, is they're being seen very clearly in this Queen of Pentacles in reverse, this Queen of Cups in reverse, and you're clearly being seen as the star of the show. So, yeah, I mean, that's pretty obvious when this person's being seen as a star in reverse. It doesn't make a difference, because then it's still not even just this person. This person's not even the biggest issue. The biggest issue is that your family brought this person in to replace you. That's the biggest issue here, okay? They're the ones who really are going to pay for this. We don't care about this person. This is like a hired mercenary. What the fuck do we care about this person? That's what they are. The people that came up against you that are supposed to be close to you, they're the ones, they got to answer. I mean, what else do you expect? What would you expect? What else would you like us to do with you? How else would you like us to handle this? Please tell us. Tell us. What would you do? That's what we want, this karmic energy. What would you do if the shoe was on the other foot? What would you do? You know what you would do. You would have our fucking head on a stake, fucking burning us at the fucking the center of town, okay? So don't fucking let me hear that shit. We just want you to go the fuck away. We ain't trying to hurt nobody. Just get the fuck out of here. Get out of here. Get out of the way of our divine union. This blockage is going to be stopped now. Get out of the fucking way or else. Okay, because the Page of Swords is here, okay, because these new ways of communicating, our thirst for knowledge, will make us never stop. There's nothing you can do, okay, because we don't have to do anything. All we have to do is sit here and talk, okay, and we're going to get what we want out of this. Okay, we're manifesting. We know the secret. These people know that you're a master manifestor. They know they can't do anything. You're protected. You're an earth angel. You're a chosen earth angel. They tried to stop you. It wasn't going to happen. This devil never was going to stop you. That's why he came out of hell to stop you, because that's how important you are, okay? That's when you know you're important. When the devil tries themselves, that's how important, that's when you know you matter, okay? Because if you ain't doing things right, if the devil ain't trying to stop you. And you had the devil himself trying to block your divine union, and you set him up for it. It was like he fell right into the trap. Because they got so used to getting away with this stuff that they got overconfident. And you just knew exactly, you're a spiritual ninja. It's not even like, come on, stop it. You're like fucking whatever, Jet Li, Bruce Lee of the fucking 5 days. Stop. These people, are they kidding me? Alright, that's why 7 Wands reversed. That's why they're exhausted. They gotta give up. They walked into a fucking fight with somebody that they had no idea how powerful they were. Okay, now it's like they're stuck in the cage with you. And it's like, what you gonna do? Come on. That's what you're saying. You're sitting in the cage with them. You wanted this. Right here. Come at us. We're not gonna come at you. We want you to do something about it, okay? And we'll just eat them up from that way until they beg to get out. They're going to beg to get out of there, okay? And just by you looking at them and just keeping them stuck is going to have them begging to get out of that cage, okay? Because 7 of Cups. They wanted to cause all these type of illusions, confusion, you know, options. Throw options at your counterpart. Make it like they're on fire now, okay? All these other people want to be with them now, okay? But it's like they did that just to keep them away from you. Okay, it was like, made you look like you were the worst person in the row, then throw all these fucking, you know, fake bitches or guy, whatever it is, at your fucking counterpart. Your counterpart's thinking, oh, look, everybody wants me now. But the fact of the matter is, it was only because of you. They were doing that because you know they never gave a fuck about your counterpart, and they even had a fake person here trying to pretend to be you. They thought you were never going to come back, though. But you pulled the energy back, and you knew you were going to do that. That's why you set them up to allow them to build a little bit. You sat there. You went like this. You said, I'll watch. Let's watch. Let's see what happens. We'll even put ourselves down for a little bit. We'll even keep ourselves locked away for a little bit. Okay, we'll even go that far. Okay, we'll see what this comes up. Because you knew as soon as you got out, as soon as you got back up, as soon as you did, you were going to call this energy back, which you did. Okay, you cleared out your energy, you sent out all this other stuff, and now look at this. Now they're all crying over here. Everybody's crying. Death's here for them. There's no option. Nobody sees you as an option anymore. That's for sure. You're seen as the one, and they made that very clear that you're the one. Okay? Because they want to keep this cycle going with the world in reverse. They want to keep it going. The cycle's over, okay? 10 of Wands. They're carrying the burden, not you. They're carrying it, okay? They're the ones. They're not gonna carry, they can't do this much longer. Okay, it's coming to an end. The final countdown is here. They're giving up. 7 of Wands in reverse. They're exhausted. They can't carry this anymore. Okay, they could clearly see this 2 of Cups in reverse here. Okay, your counterpart in this, whatever, this Queen of Pentacles in reverse. There's no love. See as a 2 of Cups in reverse, and the people that got them in there lie. They're being seen as liars. They did this so they could control the energy through your counterpart. Okay, they wanted to do all this. They thought that your counterpart was stupid, but your counterpart already knew all this. This is all a setup. We set you up, guys. Karmic energy. You got to understand that. A lot of people don't understand it, but this is a big setup. Okay, and now these people, they're finished. Okay, they're done. A lot of you don't know about this, but it's been a big setup to get this karmic energy out here. Okay, your counterpart knew what they were doing. Most of you, okay, and if they didn't, it doesn't really make a difference because it's still going to work out that way because the energies will be how it's supposed to be. Because that's why 9 of Swords. These people are on their bed, anxious, crying, depressed. That's what they wanted you to be. They wanted you to be like that, crying, anxious, and depressed. Okay, that this person took your life from you and that there's nothing you could do and that you'll be out on the street. You know what I mean, begging for money. That's what they wanted. But that's what there's coming for them. And they're not going to be able to handle that. It's all because they didn't want to kill their ego. Now they're stuck in a self-imposed prison because there's nowhere to go. What can they do? They know what they did. And that's why they're losing everything. 10 of Pentacles in reverse. They're losing everything because of this. Where else can they happen? They're not going to get to live a good life after this. Look what happened. It's gone. Their confidence is gone. There's nothing to them, okay? There's institutional supports here. The Hierophant sees that you're the one. They see what this person's all about, too. Okay, that's why they're losing everything. They're getting stripped of whatever title, whatever status. They're done. And you're getting catapulted into fucking megastardom because of this. I mean, how could you not? I mean, because remember, you're the one who brings the fun because you are the sun. Everybody will know this now, okay? Because they made you a mega sun. Okay, you're a megastar. That's what the sun is. Okay, the sun card advises you to enjoy the success and happiness that you have worked hard to achieve and share your joy with others. I believe that's exactly what you're doing. Right or wrong, don't you concur with that? Okay, I concur with that because you're a Queen of Cups. You're a real Queen of Cups. Okay, because you create beauty around you. You surround yourself with things that make you feel calm and harmonious. You make your environment as nurturing as possible. Very unlike this Queen of Cups in reverse character over here. The one that they said was the wish come true. That was a fucking can't miss. That you were the fucking, the bad one. You were the karmic. It's like, how fucking ironic was all this? But they knew. Your counterpart knew this. They knew this. Doesn't matter. It's all about what you believe, okay? You could believe that they were against you, but they weren't. I don't believe they were, and that's my belief. Like I said, you don't have to believe anything. You believe whatever the fuck you want. I believe your counterpart knew what they were doing the whole time. Even if they hurt you, they knew what the fuck they were doing, because that's what had to happen. Okay, that's why Six of Wands, you're being publicly recognized, okay? You and your counterpart. The Six of Wands is a card of success, victory, achievement, and recognition. It represents the joy and satisfaction that comes from accomplishing a goal or a milestone. Seems like that's what you're doing, and these people, they're stuck, Eight of Swords. I mean, it's clear as day here, they're stuck. I mean, what else can you say? I mean, what else you're keeping them stuck? They're in the web. We'll get with you when we're ready. Hang in there for a little. Hang around for a little bit. We'll be with you in a little bit. How about that? They're in the web, hanging. Hang around. Be with you in a minute. All right, we got a couple things we got to do. I'll be back. Just stick around. Stick around, okay? And you're going to have to stick around, okay, Eight of Wands reverse, because they can't delay the inevitable anymore, okay? Because you are a real Queen of Pentacles. You are the ideal spouse. You're the one everyone comes to see. You're the one everyone wants to be, okay? They tried to say that you were not that, okay? They tried to say you needed people, okay? You never needed nobody. You showed your Nine of Pentacles. Because remember, the Queen of Pentacles is a card of abundance, nurturing, and practicality that signifies creating a comfortable and a prosperous life for oneself and others. Exactly what the fuck you do, okay? It's exactly what you're doing here. Okay, now it's being seen. They're making it very clear who is who here. That's the best part about it, is that they made this so clear. Because now, say if your counterpart, this is what they tell me. If they just picked you right off the bat, these people would be attacking you until this person would eventually regret it, whatever. They would have to go back. It would then you would have to go through this again. You may have never been together in this lifetime. This person tells me this. I'm just saying what the 5D, like I'm not saying they're actually coming to me and telling me, but they're telling me that they also have this situation where they knew that they had to do this, okay? Because if they didn't do it this way, then how would they get rid of these people, okay? And most importantly is that they showed us with a shadow of a doubt, they proved without a shadow of a doubt, okay, that you are their twin flame, okay? And that is what they wanted. They wanted to know with a shadow of a doubt, and they know. It's proven. Physically, okay, you proved the 5D and the 3D. You did. You merged them. It was you. Okay, and the King of Swords is here to tell you that. Okay, they said, yes, you did. You merged it. You proved the 5D and the 3D. Okay, now they must merge. I mean, people said it wasn't real. The stuff wasn't real. You proved it's real. Okay, you know why you proved it's real? Because of this Knight of Swords. Okay, you're very action-oriented. You're very ambitious. Okay, you know why you were very action-oriented, ambitious? Because you're the star of the show. Why else? I mean, come on. You showed this without a shadow of a doubt that you're the star of the show. They tried to say you were nothing. They tried to say this person was the star. They tried to keep the energy siphoned through this to get through your counterpart. They wanted to keep this going. They wanted to keep this cycle going. No. You showed that you're the one. You're the star. And that's it. You're being publicly recognized as a star. Okay, so what's going to be the end result for these whatever people? What's going to happen? Death's here. We know this. I mean, what else can we do? They want an 8 of Cups in reverse. It's again, they want to keep trying. So they're going to keep trying until they're not going to stop. Okay, they're going to keep trying until they're forced to stop. This is what's going to happen. This is going to be like a standoff here. So, whatever. Let them do it. They're going to take themselves out, okay? They need you to respond and act out or do something. They need you to make a mistake. No. You don't respond to nothing, okay? Two of Wands, because you already have your plans in place, okay? Because the Two of Wands is a card of future planning, progress, decisions, and discovery. It represents turning inspiration into a clear action plan and exploring new possibilities and challenges. They know that, okay? They're trying to get you off that. They don't want you to be planning. They want you to come worry about what they're doing. So they're going to keep trying until they're taking themselves out. So let them do it. You don't have to worry about it. You're fine. You're protected. Okay, they're stuck. Here you go, Eight of Swords. They're stuck again. Okay, they're not going to be able to do this. They're not going to be able to get through this. Okay, they can't. They can keep trying, but they're stuck. Okay, because the Eight of Cards is a sort of restriction, confusion, and powerlessness that signifies the need to release negative thoughts, gain clarity, and find freedom from self-imposed limitations. And these people, that's exactly what they're in right now. They're exactly in that because Page of Cups, because you and these intuitive messages are getting you creative opportunities that are getting you new love, and all these things these people want to block. Okay, they were trying their best to keep you knocked down, but now it's showing that their magic doesn't work, and you're proving that through defeating many dark practitioners along the way that you don't even know about. Okay, and all this winning at all cost is being seen. Okay, they're stuck. Okay, they're stuck, and people are clearly seeing how these people want to win at all cost against you. Okay, and that you publicly are being recognized as a star of the show because you were very action-oriented and ambitious. And the end is here for these people. Okay, they're losing everything, Ten of Pentacles. The cycle is over. Okay, and the King of Wands is here to operate the Tower of Terror. Okay, because remember, the King of Wands is a visionary and an entrepreneurial leader who is passionate and driven and who inspires others with its honor and success. So the King of Wands is here. They operate the Tower of Terror. And who's going to be in that Tower of Terror is this devil, because they're going to go up and they're going to go down, and they're going to go up, and they're going to go down. They're going to be crying and screaming to get off, and we're going to say, no, no, no. You're going to get exactly what you put into this world, and now you're going to suffer on the Tower of Terror, and you're going back to hell to never be seen or heard from again. So what you going to do, devil? All right, have a nice day, guys.